We would like to recognize the presence of the 303rd Brigade officers headed by the 303rd Infantry Brigade Commander, Brigadier General Benedict M. Arevalo, Armed Forces of the Philippines. Together with Operation Officer Major Tim C. Clavel, Infantry Philippine Army. The Assistant CMO Officer Lieutenant Maria Rebecca Notes Roperos, Infantry Philippine Army. The Training Directorates of the Officer Candidate School headed by the Commandant Colonel Ariel M. Reyes, Infantry MNSA Philippine Army. The University of St. La Salle Integrated School Bacolod headed by the Vice Chancellor for Mission and Development, Dr. Bob Bergante. The Junior High School Level Vice Principal, Dr. Elvera Singson. The Junior High School Discipline Information Officer, Dr. Roseler Bihimino. The Grade 10 Level Moderator, Mr. Ray Jasha. The CET Commandant, Mr. Ernia Aconia. The University Faculty and Staff, Lasallians, the Grade 10 students, once again, good morning. We would like to request everyone to please settle down. For a few minutes, we will now start the program. Thank you. With us right now are the Training Directorates of the Officer Candidate School, headed by the Commandant, Colonel Ariel M. Reyes, Infantry MNSA Philippine Army. With the 3rd ID Marching Band under the Bandmaster, Jobert J. Aliboso, Infantry Philippine Army.
While waiting for the commencement of our program, we would like to give a brief background of what our school is all about. The Officer Candidate School was first established in 1937 and was named the School for Reserve Commission. Per authority, 17 OPC and 22 OCC classes completed in Camp O'Donnell, Barangay Santa Lucia, Capas, Tarlac. The Officer Candidate School offers the most meticulous leadership curriculum in the nation. Lessons learned here will become the foundation by which you live and lead as an Army officer.
We've just heard the sound of the first attention call, signaling the entrance of the Aliptak Salle Company. Marching before you is the Aliptak Salle Company, led by Probationary 2nd Lieutenant Cecil C. Tapa, Philippine Army. And at this very moment, we invite you all to focus your attention in front as we welcome you to this morning's event, the Aliptak Salle Exhibition. We've just heard the sound of the second attention call, signaling the start of the Officer Candidate Course Class 52-2019, Aliptak Salle Exhibition. Marching over the 59 gallant probationary 2nd lieutenants from the different parts of the Philippine archipelago, of which are 54 males and 5 females. The moment these young men and women stepped into the portals of the Officer Candidate School, a life-changing process has begun as the mission of OCS to conduct pre-entry training aimed at selected individuals for commissionship and for call to active duty in the Philippine Army. The graduates shall possess the character, military knowledge, and skills necessary for an officer in the Armed Forces of the Philippines and OCS. Everything has a purpose. Candidates must act swiftly and decisively in a stressful environment.
At this point, The company commander orders the platoon leaders to dress their platoons.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Silent Drill Company Commander will now give series of commands to exhibit their proficiency in manual of arms. Starting with right shoulder arm. Left shoulder arm. Forward arms. Order arms. Crescent arms. And finally, order arms. The company commander will report to the inspector. The inspector is Probationary Second Lieutenant Daniel B.L. Balagtas, Philippine Army, from Plaridel, Bulacan. At this juncture, the company commander commands the company to open ranks and prepare for inspection. After the opening of ranks, the company commander reports to the company inspector that they are now ready for the inspection. The inspection of rifle is a long-time tradition in the military. It is necessary to conduct rifle inspection to ensure safety before any activity. The officer candidates are using an M14 rifle. It is a 4.1 kilogram rifle when empty, but during this performance, the drillers carry a 5.2 kilogram M14 rifle, for it is loaded with bullets. Right now, you are witnessing different types of rifle exhibition, demonstrated by the inspector. To rifle spin with rifle throwing technique. You've just witnessed the infantry insignia. It symbolizes that the main mission of the Philippine Army is to serve the people and secure the land. This skill is called the double rifle spin, which indicates that in the military, one should be able to perform multiple tasks at the same time without sacrificing the end result. After the inspection of the troops, the company commander reports again to the inspector. Then, orders for the company to close ranks. The Silent Jewel Company commander commands the start of the exhibition.
Right now, you are witnessing the changing of colors. In the military, change is a common occurrence, and it is the only constant thing in this world. Through time, everything evolves or changes from one state to another. Flexibility and acceptance are important characteristics to go with this continuous change. The changing colors that you are now witnessing symbolizes the radical transformation of the lives of these young officer candidates as they enter the portals of Officer Candidate School. From their civilian way of life, they submit themselves to a life of rigidity and control. A regimented life that highlights discipline, loyalty, integrity, and duty. We are the officer candidates proud, Alipta, and at this very moment, we wanted to share with you a marvelous exhibition like no other.
The arrowhead symbolizes goal and direction. With the arrowhead formed in front of you, it aims to make you realize in Officer Candidate School all the trainings and learnings imparted to all students are anchored in one goal that will land students to the vision, direction, and destination. And that goal is certainly to transform these future lieutenants into world-class army leaders that is a source of national pride. Let us give the drillers a round of applause as they perform a high and firing execution.
The Officer Candidate School Training and Doctrine Command aims to produce great military leaders of the country. The school equips the students with knowledge, skills, and strong moral character to prepare them as future leaders of the Philippine Army. It trains the students to completely function amidst chaos and pressure in order to embody the very essence of this noble profession. Taking shape before you are the letters O, C, and S. The drillers demonstrate the best way of life by performing a series of medal of arms, starting from O, C, and S. Pride and honor are expressed by the students as each letter was mentioned.
Aligtak, an acronym which stands for Alagad ng Lahing Ibinigkis ng Tapang at Kagitingan. Thousands of young professionals aspire to enter the Officer Candidate School, but only these choosing few merit. They have committed themselves to lead and set good examples and to serve with utmost professionalism because they know that the only purpose why they are here is to give service. Taking shape in front of you are the numbers 5 and 2. And we are more than proud to be members of Officer Candidate Course Class 52-2019, Aligtak.
The Philippine Army believes that it is imperative to transform the military into a more credible, efficient, reliant, and responsive organization that can truly be a source of national pride for all Filipinos. And it starts with the people who are the composition, the mind and the body of the institution. At the Officer Candidate School, officer candidates are shaped to their maximum potential in order to be worthy of becoming an Army officer in the future. They are molded to achieve academical excellence, a well-rounded officer in his chosen career. You're now witnessing the letters
and A, the acronym for the Philippine Army.
In preparation for the task of leading men to combat, an officer candidate needs not only to be mentally and physically equipped, but also spiritually guided. The drillers are now forming the shape of the cross. Despite the religious diversity existing amongst them, each candidate is given the freedom to exercise his faith. Respect for their differences, especially of their religion, is a virtue taught to every officer candidate, making him a well-rounded individual, a mature leader.
The cross signifies their undying faith for their God and serves as a reminder that every action, every mission is a task not only to enforce national law, but to unify all in the name of God. This technique you are witnessing is called rifle exchange. At Officer Candidate School, we build our trust and confidence with our comrades. Exchanging the rifle signifies the strong faith that once you believe, everything is possible. A character of a leader must possess and adopt to influence his people.
The school believes that discipline, hard work, and determination are vital virtues that an officer candidate must uphold as an Army officer. He must at all times assure that his actions are in line with the standards set by the institution. He should always keep in mind the core values of the school. The concentric circle is a symbol of accuracy and precision. Every officer candidate should always bear in mind that in the military service, everything should be close to perfection.
You are now seeing the rifle technique called planting rifles. Planting rifles exemplify the adherence of the officer candidates to the provisions of the Philippine Constitution, with one of its purpose to secure the sovereignty and integrity of the national territory.
They are now performing the passing of rifles, a symbol of camaraderie and strong band between officer candidates. Watch as the drillers move in sync as they turn in opposing direction around a double circle. The rifle passing represents the passion of officer candidates to help one another, especially during rough times.
The drillers are now executing the throwing of rifles. In this drill, officer candidates throw the rifles to the person next to them, sideways or over the head. This exhibition symbolizes the trust each officer candidate gives to one another, the trust that they were able to build out of the difficulties and challenges that they've surpassed during the training. The precision of throwing of rifles highlights synergy among its members, the word that perfectly describes a group of people working for a common goal. This exhibition would not be possible without the coordination of these candidates, thus emphasizing the true essence of the Philippine Army. One does not work without the other.
In the military service, people dealt with life wherein things are done as scheduled. Soldiers are trained and to act and deliver their tasks as demanded from the moment they open their eyes to fulfill their responsibilities, which starts with reveille until the sound of tops. As an officer candidate, one should value time the most because every hour, every minute, every second counts. In officer candidate school, students strictly observe a sense of punctuality for being a soldier requires no room for delay. A soldier's life resembles the clock, wherein every action is being planned. Time plays a vital role. Being on time shows leadership, commitment, loyalty, and a sense of responsibility that one can be trusted without supervision. Because setting everything up in a timely manner helps keep everything organized. Every moment is used with purpose and every mission is dealt a schedule. Like when the clock strikes, everything is set in its proper place and order. As the ticking of the clock continues, the legacy of the Philippine Army started by our forefathers shall be continued by these young lieutenants, aiming to enhance the learning they have assimilated and preserve the values and goals that the Philippine Army is aspiring to attain.
And now, from the Officer Candidate School Standard Time, it's already 30 minutes past the hour of 9 in the morning. With firing execution, it is our pleasure to give you our utmost precious time.
Music is a language we all understand and get mesmerized. A wonderful force that creates peace, love, and brotherhood. For officer candidates, music is a gift that enables them to reminisce good memories, feel the excitement, and experience the delight in singing out loud their emotions. It serves as an instrument to uplift their morals in order to surpass all the challenges that life gives. Taking shape in front of you is a 16th note. This musical note is typically for upbeat and lively melody, thus represents each officer candidate's enthusiasm for music.
And now, let us all witness the Alibak Class 52-2019 move into the groups and show us what they got.
Pilipina, yeah. Isang dalawang Pilipina. Dalawang Pilipina, yeah. Isang dalawang Pilipina. Nakita ko isang babae. Di ko malimutan ang kanyang umahe. sa dagong kamot, ay lukhan mong magkadako, nato sa guma. Ipanumpa ko na sa ilalim sa ilaw ng buwan. Pakinggan mo ang aking sa ilaw ng buwan.
Now, here comes the music.
I got this girl, she don't go to work because she twerk, cause she twerk, cause she twerk, twerk, bitch. I got this girl, she don't go to school. I got this girl, she don't go to work because she twerk, she twerk, she twerk, she twerk.
Don't the water grow the trees? Don't the moon pull the tide? Don't the stars light the sky? Like you need to light my life. If we meet me anytime, I know I'm always right by your side. I see I never felt this love. The only thing that's on my mind. You'll understand how much you really mean to me. I need you in my life, you're my necessity. Believe me, you're everything that just makes my world complete. My love is clear, the only thing that I'll never see. Baby, you're amazing. You're my angel.
most of them all is love. The musical that binds all living and transcends all kinds of barriers. In the military way of life, it is love that makes things possible. The reason why soldiers fight, why a family continues to thrive despite the absence and distance of a loved one. It is the very essence of each soldier's will to survive. The forming of the heart epitomizes the passion and determination of each candidate. The heart is the locus of physical and spiritual being and represents the central wisdom of feeling, which characterizes compassion and understanding, life-giving and complex, known as the set of emotion. It symbolizes love and carries the senses of intellect and understanding along one's will and courage. Ladies and gentlemen, open your hearts as they, alintak, class dispense their emotion through their execution. Indeed, this triumph tantamount not only to our strength, but also to our heartfelt devotion for a positive change. This performance is our way of showing our affection, and it is our pleasure making you happy today.
The drillers are about to perform the crossroads. In this formation, the drillers cross paths coming one side to another and throw their rifles in the air thereafter. This symbolizes the Philippine Army being able to perform their task at the different places where they are at and the people they collaborate with along the way.
These people may stay with us for good, or just like the crossroads. Their paths might meet at a single point and never meet again. This is one of the realities of working in the Philippine Army. Nonetheless, what is important is being able to impart learnings and lessons in life to the fellow soldiers and civilians alike, leaving a vital mark in their lives. Every member of the company is given opportunities to lead amid chaos and negative energy, to be put in an environment where they have to make decisions and manage their peers.
The drillers are now forming a straight line. Watch as they move with swiftness and vigor during the transition of every rifle execution. Makiisa, makibagay, at makiramdam. As one of the principles that grounds the action of the class, the principle is being shown in the rapid succession of rifle executions. In order to accomplish this, the driller must develop a strength sense of connection from each other. As a class, they must feel and act as one. The fast shifting of movement only shows that as an officer candidate, one must react to situations in a quick and decisive manner. As we end this performance, we genuinely hope to see you next time. From the bottom of our hearts, we thank you again for joining us today. Again, we are the OCC Class 52-2019. Proud! At this point, we shall now witness the Liptak Silent Jill Company as they march off for the past in review. Ladies and gentlemen, the Silent Jill Company Commander, Probationary Second Lieutenant Cecil C. Tapa, Philippine Army, Cagayan Valley, together with her staff, Executive Officer, Probationary Second Lieutenant Kathleen G. De Villa, Philippine Army, Tagaytay City, Gidon Bearer, Probationary Second Lieutenant April Nes A. Agaviva, Philippine Army, Malaybalay City, First Platoon Leader, Probationary Second Lieutenant David Ram O. Cuesta, Philippine Army, Mangaldan, Pangasinan, and Second Platoon Leader, Probationary Second Lieutenant Zandi D. Kitua, Philippine Army, Tapas, Tarlac. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the Silent Jill performance of the Officer Candidate Course Class 52-2019. Alipta, once again, let us give the Jillers a round of applause.
Once again, we would like to acknowledge the presence of 303rd Brigade officers headed by the Brigade Commander, Brigadier General Benedict M. Arevalo, Armed Forces of the Philippines, together with the Operation Officer, Major Tim C. Clavel, Infantry, Philippine Army, Assistant CMO Officer, Lieutenant Maria Rebecca Notes Roperos, Infantry, Philippine Army. The Training Directorates of the Officer Candidate School, headed by the Commandant, Colonel Ariel M. Reyes, Infantry, MNSA, Philippine Army. The University of St. La Salle Integrated School, Bacolod, headed by the Vice Counselor for Mission and Development, Dr. Bob Bergante. Junior Level Vice Principal, Dr. Elvera Singson. Junior High School Discipline and Information Officer, Dr. Rosiler Benimino. Grade 10 Level Moderator, Mr. Ray Jasha. CET Commandant, Mr. Ernie Aconya. University Faculty and Staff, Lasallians, Grade 10 students. Once again, good morning. In behalf of the Officer Candidate School Training and Doctrine Command, our heartfelt thanks for witnessing our performance. Muli, isang magandang umaga at mabuhay tayong lahat.
Mga pinuno, sabay! Salong! Bak! Bak! Mga pinuno, tapos sa kanan! Rap! Pasulo! Cut!
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to announce that you are free to approach our OCS cadets. Ask questions, especially for those who are interested to apply and to take photos. Again, we would like to invite everyone to approach our OCS cadets to ask questions and to take pictures. Thank you.
There are two options to become an officer in the Armed Forces of the Philippines. First is through PMA, and second is through OCS. So in OCS, we need college graduates before you are able to take the exam. After you take the exam, once you pass the exam, you need to take another exam. It's called AQP. This is time pressure. Then after AQP, there's a SWA exam. After those 3 exams, when you're qualified, you will have to take your PFT. Physical fitness exam. After the physical fitness exam, you need a medical and then the whole process. What would you say?
I would say that it was awesome.
Especially they are conversing with our officer. Parang requirement talaga yung Tagalog. Tagalog. Then that is silent. Post na lang ako. Ako kabulong.
Ba't naging edit sa'yo? Ano?
Godo lang na rin. Ang
Lagay dito.
Smile Jade! Go sir! Agatot!
Agatot. Wala kami ma'am, agatot.
Ang ano na, platon naman, mapunta sa platon. Oh, Jade, yun ikaw. Uy, bitch! Ito mo yun,
Ready? Kamu lang yan. Wait,
Dex ka mo. Dex ka mo.
Hindi ko mag-include ah.
Ayan. Sino gusto mo bimit?
Ready? Inazuma. Okay.
Kaya dapat galingan nyo. Bakit? Kaya matulong kayo sa community.
Ikaw po yung medics. Ay,
Pero kamulis naman. Siyempre, nurse ako dati. ICU and ER nurse ako dati. Kaya, kung gusto ko man ba mag-CPR,
Ano kayo mga count up?
Ba sila yun?
sa inyo one. Saan yan? Ano yung one, sir?
may balon? May vlog ako. So hi! Good morning! So it's may grand stand-up pit. Ngayon at sa bunsang iyaka. Sa mga vloggers ko. Liwat. 3, 2, 1, go! Hi! Welcome to the vlog! So, sa buong gali ay sa may grandstand, no? Ngayon at sa buong sa silent drill sa military officers no? Nag-silent drill sila. So like this time, nagpa-picture na kami. Damo ng tao as in super tuluyaw.
Kung wala kaya tukog na siya. Pero sige.
Guys!
Ano, black bullet lang yun. Hindi niya ba po yun? Hingi tayo, tagal. Napin ko lang. Hindi naman ginagawa yun, pero yung duckbook yung ginagawa namin.
Ay, duckbook! Paano ba? Ako nasa ako. Ako yung magsawa.
Kaya sila kumuha ng college graduates pag-officer. Kaya kayo, kung puti yun. Magkano kayo Kinayaman nito. Medicine, di ba? Ikaw dentistry. Dinahandaan lang ako 25 years. O, di ba?
Ang hirap ng yung
Depende sa huli. Sa pagkakali mo. Kasi, for example, sa army, sa Tarlac ka pa. Ay, sa Taguig ka mag-apply din sa army. Hindi ko lang alam kung saan.
So, anong rango mo? Secretary. Tapos kayo, mga element, anong
private.
Sa part mata kay Macy.
Yung palakasan.
Right.
left ang
Left. Okay, pa. Yeah. Ako pala na Good shape, Araber. Hindi kaya bro eh. Imagine na isa na ka mo lang lang. May meaning ka mo sa colors. Hindi mo na yan, kaya yan. By platoon lang yan, designation lang. So kung mas blessing mo yaw. Pamilili ka.
You have your recess, but we have the classes will resume by 4th period. 4th period, maklase ka mo balik. So you consume the remaining time for your recess. Consume the remaining time for recess.
What time from it? Okay, ganyan.
4th period is
10:50.
10:50.
1, 2, 3. Go, Jan.
Kay why na why na ito, di ba? May sabi na. Why is it so? Go sa'yo.
Nagsagitan lang ka ba? Inuling, hawaya mo niyo. Ngay iba na bukat no?
Go, JC.
Babae. Kasi it's hard to discipline students. Lalo na pagkakrak mo nagwa. Kasi kung anong pagkakakaroon even sa training, nagkakaroon na kasi.
Dapat kung 2 to 3 minutes.
Tapos pagpapalakpak ng 2 beses, sasabi, Chun, morning ma'am. Pag narinig kaming 2 clap, 2, Chun, morning ma'am, hindi namin alam kung nasaan. Pero mag-chun ka pa rin. Tapos pag 3, 5 sir, 5 ma'am. Tapos pag may narinig, ikaw lang, Min. Kuya, ano po yung
Wala. Huwag itututok sa tao ha. Doon lang vlog ng players. Doon. Mga ano kayo mga safety officer. So dapat magtuloy kayo ng ano. Yung ano, na tirahin nyo yung ganitong grid coordinate, grid square. Pang tirahin nila. After noon. So, sakit nyo no? Sakit nyo na yun? Sakit pa na siya yung Korean. Ang yung Korean. Ano doon, mountain zone, sila pumupunta doon para pakain sila. Wala sila, hanggang dito, pupunta yan sila. Ito kasi hindi nyo maintindihan, pero intindihan nyo. Alam nyo anong terorista? Sila ang pupunta sa bundok, ang mga terorista naka-occupy sa bundok. Kapag hindi nyo pinapatay yan sa bundok, bababa yan dito at mag-bring ng wrath and chaos. So sila mag-occupy dito, kaya nagpigilan yun sila dahil sa kanila. Ano, madumi siya kasi siya po ba madumi kami.
Nagkaano sila? May maneuvering team kami na papasok doon sa loob. So, pag mapasok na yan sa loob, is...
Ako? Lagi ako late. Lagi late. So, doon sa formation kailangan ko balik. Late kami. So, ayun yun. So, kung may isip mo yun kailangan ko mag-org. Kung ang formation is alas 4, kailangan mag-isip ka mag-org. Kaya rin, sa kanila, engineer siya. Pumunta siya sa engineering. Ako, IT ako. Dito tao sa civil. Which is yung
Nadi-divide.
Isa dire. Dire siya. Hang. Ilang kilos na rin? Kasi yard, hindi kaya. 5 kilos sa gym. Hindi naman agad-agad siya
Siyempre kami, papasok namin pagturo sa amin. Ganun-ganun.
Tinuruan ba kayo ng kung nasa gera na?
Assemble, lahat.
Tuturo yung parts?
Training, mga drills,
Lahat yan. Yan yung ginawa namin kanina sa mga right shoulder arm, left shoulder
mga crawl, mga drop, yung ganun sa gera ni sinabi mo.
Ilang push up yung nagawa niyo? Hindi ako marami. 89. Military ba yan? Or what?
Bali yung passing, nasa round 40.
Kasi is 40 lang. So kung gusto
Push-up,
mo maging
sit-up.
100 yung grade mo, taasan mo.
Oh.
Ito, Kita yan. Hindi, sa female, ibang female. 48. Yes, please. As much as possible, kaya mag-teach. Kasi lahat,
Sorry.
kaya ako ng class, even yung mga class, they're all
Sabot mo.
Shell. Maghanap kayo dyan.
Wala pa ko lagi ng sol. Pero nakibot lang ko sa first 2 weeks. Ay, siyempre, purely civilian ka. Tapos, taon ka, wala na stress aga. Tapos,
Arch, ano mambal mo, Arch? Wala? Bakod. Bakod.